No intro this time, we're getting straight into the video. Let's just say I have way too much to do on the week I'm editing this, so yeah. As you can tell by the title, I'm drawing characters from my childhood. After my Monster High video, I did some thinking. There were a few things that are nostalgic to me. Monster High was in fact one of them. There are others, of course. I chose 4 characters for this video, but hey, maybe if people are interested, I'll do a part 2 where I draw more characters. Anyways, the first character I'm drawing is Abby. If you watched my other video, you'll know that she's my favorite. So of course for this video, I had to draw her. But I will say I did struggle on her hair. It wasn't a hairstyle I normally drew. I tend to draw hairstyles that cover the forehead. This isn't one of them. Even so, I tried. Since these drawings are from the bust up, it's usually simple. Except with Abby's drawing, I kept getting distracted, so this took me 4 hours. It should not have taken that long normally. Let's just say I had a lot going on through my mind as I was working on this drawing. But of course, I always push past it somehow. At least when it comes to art. I will lock in for art but not anything else. A bit of an issue, but I'll work on it somehow. Anyways, I don't think I have too much to talk about when it comes to my process. It might get boring if I yapped about my process in every video for my regular viewers. So instead, I'll just do a bit of lore dump about myself and talk about my childhood with Monster High, with absolutely no organization because this is me. We just ramble here. Just like a lot of little girls, I was really into dolls. Barbie dolls, Monster High dolls, you name it. I stumbled on Monster High randomly as a child. Ended up really loving it, and I remember just trying to watch some of the YouTube episodes or whatever it was called anyways. The character designs were good, so naturally I was drawn in as a kid. When I was watching things, Abby was the one that stood out to me. I don't think she was one of the main girls, but she showed up a lot. Her attitude was fun to me. She was kind of an icon. Also, I found the way she talked so satisfying. I loved her accent. For those that didn't watch my other video, I mentioned that my other favorite character was Jennifer Long. I thought her being a Chinese dragon was really cool, and of course I liked her design personally. Those two were the ones I got dolls for. As I got older, obviously my interests changed and I donated those dolls, but definitely have some fond memories of Monster High. I think I'll just stick to G1 and making art for that if I ever feel like it though. I think it was up until before I began middle school when I got out of that phase. So I would say this is one of my earliest phases. For some reason, I never revisited this like I did with some of the other characters from these things. Maybe I just had too many interests and my attention span wasn't good enough when I was younger. I don't know. But at least I'm kind of revisiting these things in a way. Anyways, the speed paint is ending soon, so let me show the final illustration. Here is the final illustration. I think this turned out decently for the most part. Hopefully, I did her enough justice. The next character I'm drawing is Saoirse from Song of the Sea. Now, I don't know how many people have watched this movie. I watched it when it came out and it was the first movie I remembered actually crying to. I was invested in the plot and I loved the storytelling. The art style in the movie was gorgeous. It reminds me of one of those children's picture books. Of course, I have no idea if the character designs translated to my style well. Probably not, but I can try. I don't want to spoil the movie too much in case someone out there hasn't seen it yet and wants to watch it. But I will say that there is a lot of references to Celtic mythology. It introduced me to that stuff and I became super interested in it after that. Actually, if anyone has watched my Turning Muses into Gacha character videos, one of the characters is a Selkie. It was because of that movie. If I never watched this movie, I would have never thought about making characters Selkies or had an interest in that sort of lore. So it's safe to say Saoirse deserves a spot in this video. My only issue is that I struggle with drawing kids. I want to make kids look like actual kids, but I struggle. I did my best here, but I'm worried she probably looks like some petite woman instead. It's something I need to work on drawing, but that'll come with time. But back to this movie. To me, this was a masterpiece. Like I said, it was the first movie I remembered crying to because the ending was sort of bittersweet. I think it leans on the happier side, but it's not completely happy to me. I'm trying my hardest to not say what happens, but yeah. Every part of this movie is so good, down to the songs as well. Like, this one song that you hear them sing throughout this movie is so nice for me to listen to. I tried to learn it on the piano. That's how you know it's a good song. Will I keep glazing this movie? Absolutely. To me, this was peak and I stand by it. I may have seen a few other movies in my lifetime, but nothing beats the first movie that ever got me emotional. Anyways, the speed paint should be ending soon, so I'll show the final illustration. Here is the final illustration. It was definitely interesting trying to draw her in my style. Hopefully, this looks okay though. The next character I decided to draw for this is Tecna from Winx Club. Of course, Winx Club was my childhood too. When I tell you I was invested in what the girls were up to until maybe Blue Mix. Partially because I couldn't find full episodes for anything anymore, and also, I don't know, I just didn't get the plot. Okay, so I was a kid and didn't know where to get the good stuff, so yeah. I remembered really loving the first and second seasons. I thought the writing was good at the time. I'm sure almost everyone knows Winx Club. You guys will know there are multiple fairy forms. I decided I'll draw Tecna's original fairy form from season 1 because that's what I started with. And why Tecna? She was my favorite out of the fairies. I think it was because she seemed tomboyish with her short hair and everything. I thought that was really cool. Also, the concept of a technology fairy may have been interesting to me. Even now, I still think it's a cool concept. So now that we know that Tecna is my favorite, I have a bone to pick with the Netflix adaptation of Winx Club. Like, where was my girl Tecna? I watched through the adaptation anyways just to suffer and crash out. As a show on its own, I think it's kind of alright. As a Winx Club adaptation, no. Just no. So putting the fact that they cut out Tecna aside, they changed up a lot of things. The lore, some of the characters, just a lot. Too much. To the point where I think it should have been an original show. Not to mention the fairy stuff was disappointing. Like, let me see the colorful pretty fairies instead of a grittier aesthetic. If I wanted something like that, I would be searching up a different show. I mean, we probably see so many rants about this show, it's old now, but I just have to get that out there. I think I'll say a few words about the drawing process here because it was a bit rougher. Let's just say I struggled on drawing the hair. Tell me you don't draw a lot of hairstyles without telling me you don't. I also noticed her suit was sort of meant to be sparkly. I'll admit, I got lazy on the glitter details, so I did some things and called it a day. It could be better, but I was rushing through these drawings since, like I said earlier, busy week when I was recording this. I fear this might be a trend with some of my videos for a while until I'm free from everything. Anyways, I'll show you guys the final illustration now. I've yapped enough. Here is the final illustration. Hopefully I did alright. I'll admit, the glitter could have been better, but we just deal with it for now, I guess. The final character I'm drawing for this video is Fluttershy from My Little Pony, because of course that was also my childhood. And the trend with this video is drawing my favorite characters from childhood, and you bet she is my favorite. I really liked her color palette and related to her shy personality a lot when I was younger. I'm still very shy now, but I don't think people realize that when they manage to get me to talk. I think a close second favorite of mine is Applejack though. I thought she was a fun character. She was pretty memorable to me. Now, because I can't draw ponies, I had to settle for drawing her in her Equestria girl form. I know, it must be disappointing to some people. Don't worry, you'll still see me struggle slightly, because for some reason, I could not get her hair to look right. It kept looking off to me. I managed to do something, but goodness gracious. Oh, and then last minute, I decided to add horse features because I realized from the bust up, she looks like some girl. The design is very simple for a reason. It's to make it easier to animate. But in a static drawing, yeah, the simplicity really shows, at least from the way I draw it. For some reason, I decided to make my life harder by actually drawing a hand pose in Fluttershy's drawing. Sure, I did it for Tecna, but the hand pose was more annoying to do here. It was to add more to her drawing because these are already simple enough. I had to step up my game just a tiny bit. So yeah, there's that. I will say that at least the coloring and shading process for her went by super fast thanks to a simplistic design. Also, if I'm sounding dry at this point in the video, yeah, it's because it's midnight now when I'm editing this and holy hell. A lot of this video is sort of rushed, like, yikes. I think next week's video may get the same treatment too, but worse. I usually pre-record these videos on Sunday, and if I'm out on Sunday, well, I'm cooked. Anyways, just a mini ramble about what happens behind the scenes here to fill up time. The speed paint should be ending soon now though, so let me show the final illustration. Here is the final illustration. It turned out okay. If this wasn't a bust illustration, it might be better, but I gotta stay consistent with the other drawings here, so yeah. And that's all of the illustrations for this video. Thank you so much for watching. This will be a short outro this time because I'm tired. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a like and subscribe. Hopefully, I'll see you guys next time. Until then, bye!